And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Tuesday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get, but I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the 5, down low. And for Utah, we've got Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Bailey in at the 3 slot. And the tip belongs to the Jazz. And tonight, Stan, we have a matchup featuring two teams with similar systems.
Yeah, look, neither of these teams is ever going to be in a rush. They're very patient offensively, and it's more about player movement and ball movement than it is about pace.
And George gets it to go on the assist by Bailey.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
And here's Brown. Pass to White. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Now here's George. He had 28 points in the win against San Antonio.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
Here's Pritchard following the bucket by Utah. Outside, Brown. Misses the 3. For Utah, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Markkanen. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, Markkanen poses such problems for a defense. He's got a variety of ways to score inside.
For Boston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. BA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Bailey. Count it.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Pritchard. Now Brown, coming off a 37-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Shoots over Bailey. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, BA, he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
George with the bucket.
Well, this is why George's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
Outside Pritchard, back to Brown. Pass to Queta, clock at 6, out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Here's a look at some stats for Sam Hauser.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Utah with the ball. 4-point game. Pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Outside Pritchard. Here's Walsh. No points yet. And here's Brown. Offline with a three.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
George passes to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. It's rebounded by Walsh.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Pritchard. He had 9 points in his last time out. Nails it from three.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Now Markkanen, beyond the arc, buries it from three. Markkanen's got 7 points in the game.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Outside White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mikhailuk attacks. Here's Bailey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
So it's Boston now. Trailing by 8. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that way. Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner. Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
To the left side wing. Pass to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Mikhailuk. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Pritchard. Tries it from the top of the key. And Brown with the stuff.
Remarkable hustle on the glass by Brown. He earned that second chance scoring opportunity.
To the paint. And Nurkic throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Boston with the ball. The Jazz making their last shot. Three-pointer Pritchard. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz leading by 8. Baseline try. Here's George. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. George has got 7 points in the game.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Walsh. Pritchard with a screen on Markkanen. Here's Keita, defended by Nurkic. Outside White. Three-pointer Pritchard. Misses another, just 1 of 4 from the floor. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Jazz.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Anthony Simons comes in for Pritchard. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season, and some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now, and their opponents do too. As the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get. He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Hauser. Three-pointer off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
They swipe it. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Here for Utah. Sensabaugh is checked in for Bailey, and it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Boston also changing it up. Tillman comes in for Cada, and Boucher subbed in for Brown. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Simons. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Now here's George. He's got 7. Takes it inside. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Here's Simons. White on the wing. George defending. White, the pass to Hauser. Shot clock at 6. And here's White. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. For 3, Collier. Rebounded by the Celtics. Last time they met in Boston.
It was a narrow loss the last time they faced each other. A game they felt they should have won.
Yeah, that was a close one. In the end, they came away with the loss. And a big reason why was because their starters just kept fouling.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game plan.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. It's a 14-point game. From deep. Drills it from deep. Simons got 5 points.
Well, you can't give Simons a look from 3. He's a knockdown guy.
George passes to Nurkic. Down low. Shot from the low block. Here's Sensabaugh. Again, Utah good for 2.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Celtics trail by 13. White looking it over. On the wing, Hauser. Let's go with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, this is the kind of unselfish basketball White plays. Excellent decision to give it up there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back to you, Brian.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
That's a really nice, compact jumper by Simons. He's always been a great shooter.
Marking it outside. Jacks up a three. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. 10 points for him.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And it's Simons missing.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. For three, Collier. Good work defensively by White.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Soft touch off the glass. That's 7 points for Derek White.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. George outside. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Here's the teardrop, and Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 12.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. More 2K action in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
A moment here for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. As we get into the season, injuries becoming more common. In this case, he's been given the green light to keep playing. He'll just have to be more careful moving forward, guys.
Thanks for the update there, Allie.
Well, look, injuries take a mental toll as well. These guys all want to be contributing to the best of their ability. It's tough to sit out and watch.
Kevin Love out there with Filipowski. Then there's Collier, and it's Hendricks in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Celtics trail by 14. Simons with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. Boucher passes to Pritchard. Boston again missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Inside. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Collier, no good.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Out to the wing. Filipowski, the pass to Love. Now here's Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Boston pulls it in. Tillman's got his fourth rebound in this one. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Simons passes to Hauser. 6 on the shot clock. Pritchard from outside. It's hauled in by Collier.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Well, Love has never been afraid to get down and dirty inside, even through contact. He's savvy enough to find a way to finish.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 14. And the foul on Kyle Filipowski. That's his first foul of the game. A different look here for Utah. Markkanen's checked in for Love. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Left side Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Tillman. Shoots over Filipowski. Nails the baby hook.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Now here's Filipowski. Still without a bucket. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. Defended by Pritchard. Here's Collier. Nice D from Pritchard.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Fades back. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah leading by 12. Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen. 4-3. Hauser grabs the board. Simons outside. Here's the 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. Sinks it from distance. Mikhailuk's got 6.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Celtics trail by 15. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Checked in for Utah. Boston also changing it up. Garza's checked in for Tillman. Brown comes in for Boucher. And it's White in for Simons. Up top, Brown. Here's Brown on the drive, and the jam by Brown.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Brown, you have to account for his acceleration.
Jazz leading by 13. Here's Collier, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Utah moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Hauser grabs the board.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Now here's Brown. Not a lot of room. They set the pick. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Hauser can't get it to go. Utah's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Collier. Well, he's now 2 for 7 after that bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. 15-point game. Here's Garza from the arc. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
Markkanen is a shooter. Comes right back down to answer the 3 on the other end.
Garza passes to Brown. Pass to Garza. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Hauser can't get it to go.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not far.
Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness. Unbelievable. Markkanen, the Finnish star with the finish of the night.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. And here's White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And on the defensive end, he was extremely disruptive, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Jazz leading by 15. Here's Collier. Markkanen outside. Another 3 for Utah.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
They set a pick. White, the pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hauser. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Hauser's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. George, he's checked in for Collier. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Garza. Minot comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. And the Jazz with possession here. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen outside. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Simons. George, that one's good. George has got 10 points in the game.
Well, with a little bit of room, George can splash it down. A fearless shooter.
Outside, Brown. They set the pick with the drive. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Utah leading by 16. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Pass to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Simons against George. Shot clock at 5. Brown passes to Simons. No good from outside.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Pass to Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Celtics trail by 20. Simons outside. Back to Brown. Now White. The 3 ball. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Markkanen for 3. Another miss by Markkanen. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Pass to Keita.
2 minutes.
Outside White. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by George. Jazz leading by 17. To the inside. Markkanen, the pass to Nurkic. And here's Bailey for 3. Boston with a rebound. 1:36 left to play in the second quarter. Simons finds Brown. To the middle. Here's Keita. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Now here's George. Markkanen sets a screen. George's shot is off. Celtics trail by 17. Now Simons. 7 points in the game. Outside, Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Keita. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 6th assist of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
George for 3. Boston pulls it in. Keita's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Brown. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Simons against George. Simons' shot is good. Simons got 9.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Markkanen looking it over. To end the drought. And he can't get that one. And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for the Jazz. Providing the scoring punch right now. Putting up a cool 22. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. And measuring up the shot. Nice drive. One more time, a round of applause.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Time to talk now about what we saw in that first half of play. Lauri Markkanen was putting on a show.
The 7-footer from Finland, unstoppable right now. When Markkanen's rolling, he's impressive.
Yeah, they got his number on speed dial tonight. We'll see if it works for them in the second half. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Celtics trail by 13. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Keita in at the center position. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Yep, that one's good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Utah leading by 9. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. George for 3, hits a three-pointer. George has got 13 now.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's George. 13 points in the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Bailey gets it to go.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Celtics trail by 12. Pass to Keita. Now here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Here's Brown. Give him 8 points now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Pass to Walsh. Releases. White missing again. Utah leading by 14. It's George on the wing. Here's Bailey. Now Markkanen. Down low. Here's Bailey. He's got 6. George for 3. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got 6 rebounds in the game. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
A nice shot by Walsh.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Focusing on the small forward position here, the top rebounders at that spot this season for Jaylen Brown.
And these guys may not be the tallest or strongest players on the floor, but that hasn't limited their ability to mix it up and dominate on the glass.
Yeah, so much of it comes down to effort and energy. You can be any size, well, practically any size, and make a big difference on the glass.
Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen with a screen on Pritchard. George for three. Boston pulls it in.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
White, the pass to Pritchard. Clock at 6. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Pritchard's got 7 points in the game.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Jazz leading by 10. George with it. He's got 17. Pass to Markkanen. The three. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got assist number 8 here already in the game. The Celtics have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. To the inside, Tatum. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Well, that's what White's out there to do. Share the ball and make everybody better.
Now here's George. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Lets it go from 11. Markkanen misses. Celtics trail by 11. It's Brown on the wing. Give him 8 points now. White can't hit.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Pass to Walsh. Here's Keita, defended by Nurkic. And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
Here's Bailey. Back to George. Nurkic, a screen on Pritchard. And another miss by Utah. Celtics trail by 8. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Pritchard's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. They led the game at one point by 20. And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Making a switch here. Filipowski's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. And here's George. He's got 17. Here's Mikhailuk. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bailey. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple. Bailey's got 5 points in the quarter.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside White. Hauser outside. Back to Brown. Rebound by Filipowski. Utah's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Bailey's shot is off.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Now George. Pass to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down. And he's now got the double-double.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. You have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression.
Hauser outside. Three-pointer Pritchard. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
And the three-pointer goes. And now a 12-point Jazz lead.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Utah has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep, 4 of 6. Utah moving the ball around. George a screen on Brown. And here's Bailey for 3. Boston with a rebound. Kidd has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown passes to Pritchard. And here's White. Outside, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Bailey. He's got 12. Pass to Mikhailuk. Inside. And Pritchard comes to help. George for 3. Good work defensively by White. Celtics trail by 10. Up top, Pritchard. He's got 9. Brown looking around. Brown draws the double. Here's Hauser. Knocks down the triple. Hauser's got 9.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Different look here for Utah. Shibwe's checked in for Nurkic. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Boston also changing it up. Tillman's checked in for Kada. Shireman comes in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Jazz leading by 7. Pass to Sensabaugh. To the paint. And the shot's good. Sensabaugh's got 7 points.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Hendricks is checked in for Utah. Boston making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Boston now. They trail by 9. George defending. 6 to shoot. Hauser, that's good.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Back to George. Filipowski sets a screen. George, and that's good. George has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Yeah, the jumper from Simons is smooth like butter.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Filipowski up top. George for 3. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Here's Sensabaugh. Defended by Hauser. Collier. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Markkanen's checked in for Hendricks.
At the line for your Jazz, Isaiah Collier. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Simons with it. He's got 11. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Tillman. Here's Boucher for 3. The shot no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah ahead leading by 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. They've got Collier, Laurie Markkinen out there with Filipowski. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. That's the group for Utah right now. Markkinen misses.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Now here's Simons, guarded closely. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from that.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Filipowski in the high post. Here's Collier. Fires the 3. Simons with a rebound. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Now here's Markkinen. Over Boucher. Markkinen misses.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Simons outside. Pass to Hauser. And here's Simons. For 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Utah leading. Here's Collier. Here's Filipowski. Pass to Markkinen. Fires from deep. The response. Markkinen buries the 3.
Great response 3 from Markkinen. He's got such a fluid motion. You always think it's going in for him.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Now here's Pritchard. And here's Simons. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. And it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, thank you, Allie. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Boucher passes to Simons. Boucher on the screen. Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Collier. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Brown passes to White. Now Brown. Going inside. Oh, the burst by Brown.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Markkanen sets a screen. Fires for 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Back to White. Clock at 6. Here's Boucher for 3. Counted from distance.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
For the Jazz, Bailey's checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailuk comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Collier. And the Celtics also making a change. Minot's checked in for Tillman. Back to Brown. Outside White. To take the lead. Brown, no good. Utah's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And rejected.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Utah moving the ball around. From the wing, George, good. George has got 22.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
Brown with it. Outside White. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Down low. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And now a 5-point Utah lead.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
The Celtics have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Here's Minot. Back to White. Outside, Brown. Off the mark there with a 3. Utah leading by 5. Bailey, the pass to Mikhailuk. Shot from the low post is good.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Markkanen for 3. Austin pulls it in.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish. Now here's George. Marketing outside. There's a screen by Nurkic to the inside. And Nurkic throws it down.
Yeah, when he sets the pick, Nurkic can do different things on the roll. Makes him hard to track.
Celtics trail by 5. And here's Pritchard. Outside White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. That one's good for 2. And it's now 22 points for Derek White.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
For Utah, they've gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Markkanen. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
Back to Pritchard. Now Brown. Outside Pritchard from downtown. On target from range.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. Good work defensively by White. Celtics trail by 3. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. White's got 12 points in just the second half. Pass to Markkanen. For 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Celtics trail by 4. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Comes in for Minot.
Substitution for the Celtics. Neemias Queta. Jordan Walsh.
Outside White. Here's Queta, defended by Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's White. Quick 2, all net.
He's been in a big spot or two. Get it to NBA champ Derek White.
Now marking it. Here's Bailey. Fires the three. Oh, it's off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's White. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through.
For Utah, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, it drops in.
Oh, my. The experience coming into play there. Nurkic showing poise, draining the big-time shot.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Well, we all know this about Jaylen Brown. He will work incredibly hard to get the big buckets.
Marking it outside. That's a man on a mission right there.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Left side, Brown. Oh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Marking it outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Things are going his way so far offensively. Nurkic really rising to the challenge of this defense.
Boston on offense. 2-point game. Now here's Brown. Tightly guarded. Shot's no good. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Marking it outside. From deep. And they recover it. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
At the line for two, Deontay George.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Boston. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Here's Walsh. Money from 3.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Deontay George. 2 shots.
We got this. We got this.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
What composure at the line, forcing your opponent to look for the three-pointer now.
So it's a narrow victory for the Jazz, pulling out the W. That was an incredible night of hoops, a tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
I was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks, and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Yusuf Nurkic.